Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview Randy Flours from Wingate University. How are you doing, Randy?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How did you know that you wanted to play football in high school and in college?
Um, well, to start, my mom actually convinced me to play football when I was 10 years old. So I didn't start at the age of 6 or 7 like a bunch of other people did. I didn't start till I was 10. And my mom convinced me to do it. She was like, "You got the build to do it. I think once you get out there, you'll like it." Because I had never thought about doing it. So I gave my mom a chance, and we went out there to the Boys and Girls Club, me and my brother Carl, and we each played. And from then on, it was that thing I love to do. I love football season. I still do. And then I transferred over to Aycock, and I got to play with a lot of my buddies like Sam Mott, Zach Mott, Elijah Bryant, people like them. And then that carried over to Norwayne, and then it carried over to Aycock, and then I realized that I had the ability to play in college, and I love the game, and I would do anything it takes to go play. So when I got that opportunity, I took it.
How did you know that you wanted to play it in college?
Um, well, freshman year I tore my ACL, and a lot of people, including myself, I thought like I would be done with, like I wouldn't really get much, and then I heard a lot more talk that I wouldn't be able to be as good as I was or anything like that. So that pushed me to motivate me, and then like I said, just the love of the sport. I knew right then that I didn't want it to end after senior year. I wanted to move on to college.
Did you what was your recruiting process like?
My recruiting process started because I missed my sophomore year of playing football completely. I sat out for my knee, and I didn't get back onto the field until junior year. So I was late on a lot of college recruiters' radar. So that was definitely a disadvantage I had to some other people. Uh, After I played my junior season, the off season came, and I was starting to get in touch with some coaches from some smaller schools. A couple of coaches came up to school to talk to me, and one of the first schools that I ever did was UNCP, North Carolina at Pembroke, and he invited me to a camp, and then other coaches were emailing me, inviting me to camps and whatnot. So that summer before my senior year of football, I think I went to about 10 camps for 10 different schools, and some camps had different schools there. Some camps were strictly for that one school, but I actually got an email from Wingate saying, "Hey, we watched your film. We would like for you to come up." And I went to a camp there, and then they told me, a lot of schools told me over my senior season, after games, we'd like to see your film from each game. So each Saturday, I would wake up and watch film for myself a couple of times, see how I performed, and I would make little cut ups of it, and I would email it to each coach, or I would text it to them. And I'd say, "Hey, this is who we played. I had this many snaps at whatnot. This is how I performed," and all that stuff. And then after that, it got into the off season. I really didn't know where I was going to play. I was taking visits to school, and from then on, it was just choosing the best pick for me.
How did it feel when your recruiters came like to Aycock and were on the sidelines while you were playing the game?
Um, I mean, it felt good. I mean, I can't really tell you who all was there. I really don't remember, to be honest with you, but I know that if they weren't there for me exactly, they were there for Damian Darden. I know for sure this coach at State came, and then as we played at other people, they were get recruited. That helped as well. But it's always good knowing. I think it's a good thing knowing that there is a college recruiter out there. I think it makes everybody play to their top-notch ability. I think it helps give you that inner drive to do better.
What are some of your accomplishments that you have achieved at Wingate?
Um, One of my greatest accomplishments is just honestly getting there. Like I said, I had 2 knee surgeries in high school. I count that as my biggest accomplishment that I've made so far. It's just getting there and beating the odds of, like I can do this and proving a lot of people wrong. A lot of things there. We have a great sports management program, which is my major. And being there, I've made lots of connections in the Charlotte area. I'm actually doing an internship up there this summer, hopefully, if this mess will go away. Doing that, and that's a way that I can get close to a big company and work for and hopefully have a job out of there. And then just making great friends along the way and just having that connection with different coaches.
How has your experience been at Wingate, like on game days?
Oh, the experience at Wingate on game days is just it is ridiculous, man. You get these chills going through you when you just see all the people outside, being out there on game days. Now we're not a huge school, but like you still get those same chills. There are tons of people there in the stadium. It's loud, it's electrifying. Just everybody's pumped up for the days. Like you get those same butterflies in your stomach that you got when you were 12 years old and you were playing. Like it's one of my favorite things I love about football is just that atmosphere of just everybody in that one certain facility for one reason.
What are some of your favorite stadiums that you've played against at Wingate?
One of my favorite stadiums that we played at would be a school in Tennessee in our conference named Carson Newman. I can't remember where they're at in Tennessee, but they have one of the nicest stadiums I've played in. This one side is just enormous. It can hold so many people, and then they got the nice AstroTurf field, Another place that I like to go and play at is Lenoir-Rhyne. They are our rival in our conference. It's either us or them winning the conference championship every year. This past year when we played them, we were both 8-0 going into it, and we were at Lenoir-Rhyne, and there was 12,000 people buying tickets there or something like that. ESPN3 was covering it. It was crazy, and the way their stadium is set up is they've got a turf field and they've got these brick walls going around. So you're down here on the field, and then there's just the fans up there, and it wraps around the whole entire stadium. And that's one of my favorite places to play because there's people all around you.
Can you tell me about your experience when you were saying how ESPN was there? How did it feel for you knowing that the game was going to be televised?
Oh man, like to be honest with you, it's nuts. Like you don't ever think about it. Like I played at Aycock, man, like North Carolina 3A, like bigger group than 1As and 2As like Rosewood and stuff like that. But knowing that our game was being live on television, man, that's different. Like it's like I said, it's just something to add more to the game. Like you got more people watching you. Like this is it. This is crazy. Like that's all I really got to say. Just crazy.
What are some of your accomplishments that you're looking forward to achieving at Wingate?
Looking forward to I'm going into my senior year of college, but I still have 2 seasons left to play because at Wingate they like to redshirt all of the freshmen unless they certainly can't, like if they need them now. So basically my whole class that I went in, we all got redshirted except for one person. So in those next 2 seasons that we have, I'm wanting to win 2 more conference championships. I want 2 more rings. Since I've been at Wingate, we've gone to the Division II national playoffs. Both times we've hosted 2 playoff games. And while I'm there, I want to win more playoff games. I want to try to make a run, and I definitely want 2 conference championship rings.
How did it feel winning the playoff games for your Division II?
So my redshirt freshman year, we went down to West Georgia, and we played them, and we were the underdogs that game. And everyone just told us, like, man, y'all are going to get waxed. Y'all aren't going to do this. Like, you're just going to go down there. You're just going to be embarrassed, man. And we proved them wrong. We beat them. That was another crazy game. Like I was telling you about LR, just the atmosphere being crazy. We went down there, we beat them, and we got on the bus, and we partied the whole way home.
What are some of your advice that you would give high school students that are looking to play in college, either at the Division I level or a Division II level?
Well, first thing I would definitely say about that is football is football no matter what level you go to, whether you go NCAA, NAIA, JUCO. Football is football, and if you truly love it, that won't matter to you playing in front of all those people on Saturdays or playing in front of a few hundred people on Saturdays. You should just be thankful for that chance. You got to ask yourself, do you love football enough for that? But another thing I would give is college football is a job, man. It's not like out there at Aycock where we would, practice through the season, practice 4 days a week, games on Friday, off Saturday, Sunday, go back and do it again. It's not like that. Monday through Friday, you got classes, you got film, you got study hall, you got practice, and then your coach, like my coach, requires us to watch extra film on game day, on game weeks. So you got all that going, and on top of that, you've got to remain eligible. So my best advice to give to student athletes wanting to make it to that next level right now is to make sure that you love the sport now before you commit to it, because it's a job and it's different. And also, like I mentioned earlier, I went to all those camps. Don't be scared to text a coach after you go to a camp and say, hey, I'd like to come here on a game day visit, hopefully. Because the worst thing he can say to you is no or just not respond to you. Like I would tell coaches all the time and ask them, hey, can I come up for a game this weekend? They would get me tickets so I could explore the campus and whatnot, show the coaches that I am interested in going to school there.
How was it when you went on your game day visits to different colleges?
Each school is different. I went to UNCP's campus the most when I was in high school. I went there twice, one time with my parents, and I went another time. And I went to Catawba. I went to Methodist, and it's great when you go up there on a game day visit. They bring you in, they show you with top respect. They talk to you, ask how your season's going and all that stuff, and they let you sit there close to the team and all that stuff. And it's just makes you feel really good, to be honest with you.
Thank you for your interview. Please feel free to plug your social media.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Sometimes I get on Facebook. It's Randy Floors. I'm on Instagram at Randy_Floors60. Twitter is at Floors Randy.
Thank you, Randy, for your interview. Thank you for listening to Brandon Sports Talk with Randy Flours. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find us on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Thank you, Randy, for your interview.
Thank you.